What's up, everybody? This is episode 7 of the DownAir podcast, the most vigilant and constantly updating podcast. It returns.
You thought we were gone, but bullshit. We're not leaving until this game's out.
Like the winds of change, we come in across the ocean, and here we
like
are.
Like a phoenix, we rise from the ashes.
We offer you spices, we offer you salts, and more importantly, the plague of rats that have now infested your country.
And more importantly, we offer video game opinions.
Yeah, so just jot that down.
Oh,
as
God,
always,
my favorite.
I'm joined by my co-host, as always, Cube.
Hi.
Robbie.
Hi.
I'm Dev, and for the first time in DownAir podcast history, a new challenger approaches.
Hey,
special guest.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Mar.
Your friend, and my friend, too.
Your friend,
Our
Mar.
friend, Mar. Our friend.
Mar, what do you think?
I think Osadam really fucked up everything, and he's gonna pay the price.
We're of course talking about the Street Fighter character Sodom from Third Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really fucked the whole meta up.
He really
But
fucked it
destroyed all of that. So
Yeah, I hear he's coming back, so watch out.
360 motions? Are you kidding me?
Like, get the fuck out of here! What are you doing?
Thank you. Forget the Smash stuff. We should go play Alpha.
Yeah. Hey. No. So there was a Nintendo Direct last week.
Yeah, it was great because, like, I think we said right before it got announced, we were like, we should, like, record something next week. And then like, 5 minutes later.
Yeah, we were seriously wondering, it's like, oh, we should talk about, we should really record another episode because it's been over a month since we recorded our last episode.
Catch up on site updates, talk about that cool Snake Eater remix.
Yeah, and then they're like,
Here,
the
what's
8th, be there.
Be there, the 8th. No joke.
And I was like, well, shit, I guess we gotta be there.
So
And
we
were there.
Be there, we were.
When I watched that, I nearly shat my pants because I was like, are they actually just going to do a direct in the middle of top 8? Like, are they just?
Yeah. Oh God, what if?
What if?
Like, I was expecting just a character trailer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like that's what, because like that's what everyone else is doing. Everyone else is just like, all right, glad you enjoyed top 8 of this fighting game. Check out these characters.
Yeah.
Michonne.
Smash. Yeah, from Negan from The Walking Dead.
They should put
but
Negan
then-
in this match. Fuck all. Anything we're about to talk about is completely irrelevant. They should put Negan in this match.
That's true. But then here comes Smash Brothers. Like, hey, guess what? We're gonna give you 30 whole minutes. So we should probably actually get to talking about those 30 whole minutes.
Yeah.
In the world's longest preamble ever known.
Oh, there have been longer.
So the direct starts frame 1 with a trailer.
Yes.
A trailer that a reveal that some people, some watchful eyes may have seen coming the night before.
Yeah. Yeah, the night before on the YouTube, an eagle-eyed viewer or two caught that one of the names of the songs had been changed.
Yes, it was previously the Galaga medley, but it had since for a split moment, for a hair, had been changed to a rather damning evidence towards someone getting announced. And that was, of course, the song Bloody Tears / Monster Dance. And that, of course, is from Castlevania, which is exactly what they started with. They started with a cinematic trailer, Luigi going through Dracula Castle, leading up to the reveal of Simon Belmont as a newcomer.
Did we call that?
Someone called it.
Someone definitely called it.
Vergaman called it, but did we call it?
No.
Okay.
No, we did not.
I think we were definitely on the boat where it's like Simon's too I don't know if I don't think we were like, yeah, Simon could get in. I think we were like, it'd be cool if Simon could get in, but
Yeah.
Simon was too like far removed, I think.
I think at one point I did say if I had to choose, I would rather Snake over Simon. But thankfully, I don't have to fucking choose anymore.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, now you don't
Everyone
have
is
to choose
here.
because everyone's here.
yeah.
I had a couple friends who were like hoping that Castlevania, anything Castlevania related would be in, but in my mind, it's like this is modern day Konami we're talking about. I don't think we're going to be having any sort of Castlevania. Like we'll keep it a Snake. We'll keep it to Bomren. Yeah, it's him. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
It's him. Like that's
And
all
then-
we're gonna do.
And then here it comes, fucking breaks the door down. Simon Belmont. Oh, that's not enough. Dracula's castle is a stage. Oh, that's not enough. How about Richter Belmont as an Echo Fighter of Simon Belmont?
That
From
was
Draculax.
the fucking jam.
Draculax, yeah.
Yeah.
From fucking Rondo of Blood. Fuck Draculax. Dracula ass, thank you. What's the X stand for? Stupid? With the X?
Well, no, it's the cross.
Stupid.
He throws it.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Get it straight.
I was like, I was bummed that, I think as everyone is around Smash Leaks, it's a big bummer when they're true. It's a big bummer when they accidentally leak something and it comes out the day before. It's like, God,
Yeah.
that sucks. I'm so sorry, guys.
They
But little did we know that was the smallest bit of
literal
information
tip.
that they would fucking
Yeah,
give.
like
The literal tip of the iceberg.
I was like, oh, well, that's kind of. I mean, I'm excited to see what else they talk about, but I guess there's not going to be much.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
No.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh man, did they fucking blow their load on Simon Belmont?" Nope, no, we don't, because they got 2 characters, a stage, 34 music tracks for Castlevania.
They really like it. You want Final Fantasy only gets 2.
We'll get to Final Fantasy because I have a theory about that.
Alright.
We have the Dracula stage with a bunch of monsters from Castlevania showing up. You got Kid Dracula showing up.
They didn't show him, but they showed his shadow.
They showed his shadow, which is just the exact pose from the box art. Dracula as a boss fight, and then you've got Alucard from Symphony of the Night as an assist trophy. That's a lot of Castlevania.
Yeah, they got like
For
a good
newcomers,
representation.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
Third party, especially.
Castlevania is like a good fit for Smash, I think, because of like those. That's the last NES game of big importance, not from Nintendo, that I could see
Yeah.
being in. And like
Sure.
I love that they've represented like the NES stuff, the SNES stuff, and for the Beyond, the Metroidvania stuff, all that.
Yeah.
I hope Soma Cruz has a trophy. That'd be neat.
That would be cool. But yeah, Simon and Richter, they look really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play.
Yeah.
Or
Richter's
like,
got that
actually getting a
dope-ass,
chance to
like,
try them out. What's
He's
up?
got that slide kick that I fucking like.
Yeah, he's got that
Yeah.
slide kick where they were like, you know, Richter is an echo of Simon, but Simon has some moves from Richter. So really, who's echoing who? Because you know, Richter's the slide kick, that's Richter's thing. Their dash attack where they like fling their whips around really quickly. That's Richter's thing, and Simon can do the dive kick and the whip as well.
Uppercut.
Yeah,
That's
the
Richter's
uppercut. That's it's so cool. Like
God
They-
bless you.
they-
They did it perfectly.
Yeah.
they did a real good job. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I should play a Castlevania sometime.
I was on the edge
should.
about Simon, and then they hooked me with Richter.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
opens up
yeah.
the fucking floodgates. Very
for
good.
sure. Those weren't the only characters that were announced, as you'll see. Following up the talk about Castlevania, they announced 2 more Echo Fighters.
Shocker.
Shocker. You may have seen this coming.
We did.
We
You may
did.
have.
First Echo Fighter they showed off is Crom from Fire Emblem. Crom finally gets his chance.
Yeah. I was watching like the trailer with him and Lucina and Robin in it the other day. I remember it ends like, well, I guess I'll have my fun some other day.
Yeah.
And then it says you'll get it today, but now he gets a real
That was
chance.
just as a formal smash.
He's gonna beat the shit out of Captain Falcon if he gets his
Yeah,
own
he's
set
like,
of
alright,
attacks.
bitch. Alright, square up.
Listen up, motherfucker.
All right,
That's
word, no,
gonna be
word. Okay,
an
yeah,
event
no, you gotta
in
get
event
good.
mode.
You gotta get good.
Word. Oh, hey, what's up? You gonna keep that same energy? Let's go. No, Crumb School. I was a bit more negative on it initially, just because I was kind of still in the mindset of like Echo Fighters taking slots from other characters, but that's not how that works.
as we will see
Now you
later.
can have the option.
Yeah, so it's like, that's cool. The cool thing about Crom, actually, is that on the website and whatnot, he's described as an Echo Fighter of Roy, but he's actually got a bit of like a mixed up moveset because he has like Ike's up B and stuff. So it's cool that they were kind of like experimenting with what an Echo Fighter can do as opposed to just kind of being mimicked from one fighter and just kind of messing with the properties of their attacks a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that opens up the fucking floodgates. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're gonna be hearing that a lot. This episode.
I think the fact that Crom has Ike's up B with Roy's like neutral A moveset
and like speed.
That's good. I want to play as Crom. Like I like Ike. I love Ike's up B. I like playing as Martha Roy. I want to play Crom.
Yeah.
Do that for other Echo Fighters. That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now again. Shao the Hedgehog is gonna be in this game as an Echo of Sonic. Is gonna be the exact same, except his neutral B is gonna be Fox's blaster.
All right. No bingo boards today. So let's.
No bingo boards.
Well, I gotta get him in. Exactly, I gotta get him in.
It's got to be recorded at least once, so that way you can go back.
But
to
it does come true because we are the smartest Smash Bros. podcast.
Yeah, in 2 years when we record our next episode, when Shadow is announced,
we're geniuses. So just shout it
down. So next Echo Fighter they showed after Crom, Dark Samus.
We definitely called that.
How fucking crazy is that?
Who called Dark Samus?
I swear one of us did on the previous podcast. It's been a bit.
Dark Samus came out of fucking left field. I did not expect Dark Samus at all.
The only thing I can recall about Dark Samus talking about this is just because like when Smash was playable at like Nintendo NYC and whatnot, and people were doing the videos where it's like, hey, we went through every fighter in the demo and looked through all their costumes. People pointed out, hey, Ike doesn't have the costume anymore that looks like Crom's colors, and hey, Samus doesn't have the costume anymore that makes her look like Dark Samus. I wonder what's up with that.
Yeah.
So I think that's where Sakurai's "You may have seen this coming."
Maybe.
Comes from.
Hints.
Dark Samus is crazy. Not one, but two new Metroid characters.
and 3/4 are Samus.
Yeah,
and we're gonna go into stages next, but we did get Kraid back.
Yeah, Kraid's back. That's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
good luck getting him smaller for Smash.
But yeah, Dark Samus is cool. Yeah. She like floats around.
Yeah, she's real like alien looking.
I am gonna say that she's already better than Samus because her sidestep. She doesn't go into a ball form and doesn't get into that.
Esam was saying like the exact same thing.
Yeah,
that's why he was excited for Dark Samus.
So wait, why is that better?
So if you roll as Samus, it takes 500 years to get out of that roll because of the animation. And so Samus is already better than Dark Samus is already better than Samus in that sense. That being said, her animations are brilliant. They're so good.
Yeah.
Dope as hell.
Oh, absolutely.
They really made Dark Samus look like a creep. I'm into it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So we just need to give her that skin.
We have 2 fucking Metroid villains in. That's so fucking cool.
I know,
that's
right?
Great.
That is rad as shit.
Absolutely.
We did it.
When's the Federation Force? When are they going in?
Yeah,
Samus,
bring them in,
that's the comic, or that's the costume that replaced Dark Samus for Samus. It makes it look like the Galactic Federation armor.
Hell yeah.
Oh, word?
Oh, nice.
Oh, not like a costume change, but like color palette.
That's actually
Dark
pretty
Samus
dope.
was an assist trophy, so we'll get what's his face.
We'll get Anthony.
Yeah.
Remember me?
Me?
We did.
Hey, princess, remember me?
Oh boy.
That's the only thing I can remember about that damn game.
Yeah. So we got our 2 Echo Fighters, and with that, Sakurai said that in the character select screen, you can choose whether or not you want to have echoes stacked on top of the characters that they're based off of in the character select screen.
Good.
Which I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea to reduce like clutter and whatnot.
Yeah. Though, like, on one hand, I like that cleanliness. On the other hand, I like having the stupidly big, like, marble tubes.
I'm trying to increase the clutter. Menu. I want that clutter increased.
Yeah.
Respect this roster.
Options is what it boils down to. Sakurai also said he has plans to reveal the design of every fighter before launch.
That's fucked up.
We will know. I will say intentionally know the roster
Yeah.
before launch.
What? It's gonna get leaked anyway, so why not?
Yeah, that's literally the thing. It's like at this point, that's what you have to do because it's either you say it or someone else says it for you.
Like Duck Hunt's trailer came after Smash was out, right?
It came out after Smash 3DS. That's after Smash 3DS came out. That's like, all right, you know these characters, so we're gonna put their trailers out.
Yeah.
Even though we knew about them like probably a month or two before, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So after Sakurai talked about the Echo Fighters, we moved on to the stages. And
baby.
after Ooh baby. After a montage of stages that they hadn't shown yet, that were coming in, he brought out the chart, comparing the number of stages. He whipped it out, put it on the table.
103 inches.
Comparing the number of stages across 64, Melee, Brawl, 3DS, Wii U, and then Smash Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate currently has 103 stages.
That's a lot.
Are you fucking kidding me?
If you take out Battlefield, Final Destination, and Big Battlefield, that is 100 stages.
Which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody ever say. Like
this
if
game
you take
has
out some stages, we have some stages.
we have
this
stages.
game has Mugen up.
It makes me so
this game
fucking excited to think about the fact that we don't have to fucking use the same fucking stages for competitive anymore.
Yes.
No more triplats.
Yes.
We now have a bunch of fucking good shit that we can just go back to, which is so fucking good.
Exactly.
Hey, if I see Smashville or Tower City at a tournament again, I'm just shutting it off.
Shut it off.
I'm
Turn
shutting it
Turn it
off.
off.
There's no excuse. I'm sick
canceling
and tired of
Donald.
hearing 1 a.m.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Get off this level.
I say as of right now for the number of stages, just because on the stage selects menu, it looks like there's room for about six more stages.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have characters that aren't announced yet, so who knows if they'll probably get stages associated with them or not. We'll see. Even if there aren't any somehow, and they're just like, all right, 103, that's it. Fine. Perfect.
That's good. Yeah, fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am way beyond okay with this.
We're missing like 8 stages, right? Like
15.
It's like repeats of other stages, like Poke Floats, which is we'll get that. That'll be DLC. We'll get that.
How can you not? How can you not?
Mark my words. We will get Poke Floats.
Yeah, and like a bunch of the other stages from
be...
Melee the other stages for Melee and Brawl that we didn't get are all like vertical scrolling stages. Which
we don't.
Okay.
Yeah, Rumble Falls.
It's fine.
We don't
I can live without those.
And then
Miiverse.
some other stages.
You don't got fucking Miiverse.
Yeah, Miiverse, which like we're not getting.
Yeah.
Still no sign of Metacrystal.
No Metal Crystal. Yeah.
Or just the music. That'd be fine.
I just came up with a really good idea for a stage.
Yeah, what's
all
up?
right? Tell me.
They'll replace Miiverse. It'll be a swap note stage, and you can send in.
And the stage will go down after a day.
It'll go down after a day. But you can send in notes, and it's like Splatoon, and they show up, and it's called swap note.
That'll go great.
103 stages. Every stage playable in 8-player mode.
That's insane.
Every stage unlocked from the beginning.
Crazy.
Fucking unbelievable.
Wild.
I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Yeah, like I like unlocking characters. I don't like unlocking stages.
Fuck you.
Yeah, especially if it's like a bunch of old ones. Like I'm glad to see them. I don't want to unlock them.
We at one point for GOML 2016, we were given a bunch of Wii U's, and here's the thing: these were all new Wii U's. None of them had any save data.
No.
So literally at the beginning of maybe day one. No, actually, the beginning of day one in the morning, super early, we had basically a task force to unlock everything. Maybe a set of like 6 people, all of them just going through Smash 4 and just unlocking stages and unlocking characters. And I was just like,
jeez,
Nintendo, why? So
this ain't N64 anymore. There are no cheat codes.
yeah, exactly. So I
Was this a no customs tournament also?
yeah, we didn't have customs for this tournament.
Whew.
Yeah, none of the GOML tournaments that we did ever had customs because it makes fucking sense to not have custom. So
Yeah.
So we spent maybe 3 hours just trying to unlock everything. So the fact that every stage is unlocked, it is beautiful. It is perfect. This is the way it should have been from day fucking one, Smash 4.
Yeah, really. Reiterating on stuff they talked about previously, stage hazard toggle is still a feature.
Yes.
That's great.
That makes me
they specifically cite, being able to just turn off the yellow devil on Dr. Wily's castle. Great.
That's legal now. The 100%.
Yeah.
It's legal, baby.
It is.
I've said it before to a bunch of friends. I laid awake, dripping in sweat and in tears, thinking about how Wily's castle could have been legal without the fucking yellow devil. And now we can turn it off. We can turn that shit off. Turn it off.
Here's my question about that.
What's that?
Like, you can turn the yellow devil off. Do you still get the randomized platform layouts, is my question.
That's the thing. We don't know. And that's also the problem that we are having as TOs right now. There is already a huge debate, what stages we're going to be using, what the rule set is going to be, because we don't know what capability that the stage hazard toggle is going to be. So with Stadium, is stage hazard, does that mean it's going to turn off transformation? Are we just going to actually have a frozen Pokemon Stadium for once in our life? Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't really know until we test out everything. So right now that's going to be a big issue.
Because it's just a flat toggle. It's not like you can turn off specific elements. So it's just you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I could
really, I think I've been interested in the TO side of things. It's just there are so many more variables in this game now between all the stages, all the characters.
Yeah.
It's Dota levels of stuff you might need to know as a player.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much discussion right now. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
I'm extremely interested to see where it all ends up.
Yeah, me too.
A new feature that they introduced with stages that I don't think anyone was expecting or asking for, but it's really cool nonetheless, is stage morph. You can now have 2 stages transition from one to the other.
Oh, that's banned already. That's banned.
What? You can't just morph from one legal stage to the other?
That's banned already.
Are you telling me that we're not gonna have a grand finals where we're gonna have 2 players playing on Battlefield and it just morphs to Pac-Land? You're saying that Pac-Land is not gonna be
It's banned.
Not gonna be in grand finals?
It's banned already.
It's banned already.
No, what you do is you do it secretly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, turn the stream off. Turn
it off.
You can either do it that it just transitions between stages randomly, or if it does it, I think it's after every minute or so. That's neat. I think that's a fun way to kind of mix things up. I am definitely, when they showed off the stage morphs in progress in the video, they fast forwarded that footage, but I definitely want to see what that looks like in game.
Yeah.
I want to see I want to see those frame drops. Or it's that's a lot. I'm sure that's a bit of a tax on the RAM.
I'm actually so scared that this game is gonna run like crap.
Kind of.
Think about it. We'll have Ice Climbers is in the game. The only reason why they weren't in Smash 4 is because it wasn't available
on the 3DS.
On the 3DS, so understandable. They're not in the game. No.
Yeah.
Now that we have them in, what the hell is 8-player Ice Climbers going to look like on Fountain of Dreams?
Yeah,
is my Switch just gonna catch on fire?
Look like on Wii Fit.
What?
8-player Ice Climber, Great Cave Offensive, switching stage to Temple.
Assist trophies
all
on
items. Everybody's using their smashes, final smashes.
So that's what I was wondering, because it's Smash Wii U ran fine. I don't ever remember encountering an instance where there was frame drops or anything. So I was wondering, are they going to have to do some dynamic resolution type trickery for this game? If in the rare instance that and I say rare in the sense that people have to be actively trying to break this game to break the game, where it's like, yeah, 8-player ice climbers on like busy stages and whatnot, like just like a fail safe, like just in case, maybe just bump it down to 900p instead of 1080p.
You know how some players are gonna complain about like, oh dude, I need hand warmers. It's like, well, dog, just grab the Switch. It's gonna be on fire.
Yeah. Just put your hand over the vent.
Put your hand over the vent, dude.
It's all good.
Just connect to Ethernet.
Stage warp is definitely a feature that I would try more than once, I think. Maybe not regularly, but more than once. And so then they went into music, which Sakurai himself said is also ultimate.
Sure is.
This, what I'm about to talk about right now, I want everybody going forward to address me as Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
I called this music tracks rather than being tied to specific stages are now linked to series. So you can play any Mario song on any Mario stage, Zelda on Zelda, etc.
If you had any questions about us being the smartest Smash Bros. Podcast on the internet,
so ask me about any upcoming characters, and I will be 100%
we'll know.
Correct.
Yeah, like we're good.
Tingle.
He's in. You did it. I'm just getting a report right now. Tingle is in.
There's a direct tomorrow.
This is a direct tomorrow.
Tomorrow, expect it.
We'll have it just for that new Dylan game.
No, not in. Sorry. over 800 music tracks.
That's a lot of music.
That's a lot of music.
Another thing that makes me super happy is that we don't have to fucking listen to the same goddamn Animal Crossing track.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy about that.
You telling me you don't like falling asleep?
The fact that I don't have to listen to just that anymore, I'm like, oh my god, dude, thank you so much.
And you still got...
Look, I will still turn on Tane.us/AC from time to time, but I don't need it every weekend.
Yeah, and you still got My Music, so you can still like mess with like ratios and percentages of like what songs you want to play on stages and whatnot.
I can't wait to pretty much take every single song from Dreamland and turn every single song down so just I can hear Dreamland. Because I've never gotten sick of that song in my entire life.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And by the way, love people clapping to that too.
Also, same.
Yeah,
same
thanks.
here.
I'm a big fan.
Big fan of that.
Over 800 music tracks, over 28 hours of music. You could listen to Smash Brothers music all day, and you would not be done.
I will if they put out like a soundtrack. I'll go to the fucking Galbadia Hotel.
That is a big soundtrack that's only gonna have like 20 songs on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We got, sound test menu as always. They said that songs with no associated fighter, or if it's just a character from like a game rather than a series, they put them in an other category, which is like where they have Duck Hunt music and whatnot. Because it's like, yeah, there's only one Duck Hunt game. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
I'm interested if they also throw like the Wonderful 101 songs they had for Mario Galaxy in there.
Yeah, true.
So here's why I think that there's gonna be more Final Fantasy music. This is what people have been bringing up ever since the announcement. The fact that Castlevania comes into Smash Brothers with 34 music tracks. Final Fantasy came into Super Smash Brothers with 2 songs. The battle music and the boss battle music.
So you think we're gonna get like 43 tracks for Final Fantasy?
So I'm thinking that like if they were to delegate the 2 Duck Hunt songs that they had in Smash 4 into the other tab, I have to imagine there's more than 2 songs in the Final Fantasy tab.
Well, you are the Nostradamus of Smash Bros. So
yeah, so look forward to that.
So it's gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen. Look forward to it.
Thank you, Sakurai, in advance.
It's gonna be that like opera song from like Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, that'll be in.
The Chocobo Race.
But it's the Final Fantasy Online version. So it's like super like metal.
Yeah. Yeah, they're also gonna put in the fight music from Final Fantasy 14. It'll be lit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doma
Doma Castle theme.
And then they'll have
Doma Castle.
They should put Doma
they'll
Castle
have
theme in, please.
aha ha be ha ha ye ha, you know. Sehi Rock or whatever.
They won't call it One Wing Angel. It will be called Ha 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 He Ha.
Yeah.
They'll just throw that in.
You know.
You can again filed under features that nobody really asked for, but that's cool. You can listen to music in handheld mode with the screen off. You could do something like this in the 3DS version, where you could put your console, you could put your 3DS into sleep mode, and it would still play the music.
Yeah, let me tell you the other game I did this with. I really liked Sonic Rush Adventure.
Yeah.
Good music.
So if you're just really in the mood to just burn through your Switch's battery,
It's one nice.
go
way
ahead
to do
and
it.
just go ahead and do
Yeah.
that.
If you don't want to go to Galbadia Hotel,
But yeah, no, I mean that's cool. Like if they don't end up putting like the soundtrack for this game out anywhere, that's a good way to listen to it, I suppose. And then he topped off the music segment with saying that music would be added to the Smash website approximately weekly. So look forward to that. Next episode we'll definitely go back to focusing on Smash blog updates, so we can talk about all the music that's been added. And now, this is kind of more or less why we've invited our dear friend Mar to join us today.
Yes.
For those who haven't been able to catch it, Mar is a gracious TO for the event Gommel.
One of many. I can't be taking up all the credit for that. So
yeah, of course,
one of many.
yeah,
But still one.
but still one.
Next, our good friend Sakurai talked about the rules for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
here are
Yes.
the rules.
So
of that.
there's been a lot of talk about some of the changes that have been made to the rule set, or some of the new additions that are going to be into the rule set. So, first things first, quality of life change, rule set selected first, and you can use
Yes.
your previously used setting,
Yes.
which is fucking amazing.
Streamlined as hell.
Yes, so that way we can literally just turn on the Switch, be like, use this. We don't have to go through stupid idiot menus to toggle every single stock or
Yeah, and then you go
whatever.
in go advanced settings and turn on time stock.
Yeah, so it's all there, available, no problem, which is amazing.
And then you have a preset and you can just press that button next time and you're done. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
great.
That's already like number one. This game is truly ultimate. Ultimate.
Number two, Sakurai emphasized that the stamina battle mode is now considered one of the standard mode options. So alongside time battles and stock battles, you now have stamina battles, and he showed the fact that you can now do stock stamina matches, where you can have multiple stocks in a stamina match.
That'll be the new default for every Gommel going forward.
We're
Mark
just
told me
announcing
before
that
we
now.
started recording.
Yeah, sorry, Joe. We're just gonna go ahead and do that for every.
Just gonna give the go ahead.
Yeah, shout outs to my boy Toronto Joe. We're taking over. Bye.
Yeah, gonna have to start calling him United States Joe now.
Coin battles for grand finals. Thank you.
Oof.
So I think stock stamina matches is really cool, and I'm wondering if this means that you can do timed stock stamina matches, because I think that would just be it. Like, you just gotta do it now.
Yeah,
True.
put it in. Everybody has a back
Yeah.
shield.
Look, get him. Commit. Be aggressive.
Again, kind of reiterating the fact that in like the order of events for actually getting the game going, rule sets first, and then stage selection comes after that. However, what Sakurai pointed out now is that there is, I'm assuming that this is in the rules kind of menu, as you can now set who picks the stage.
So
Whether
that's
go ahead.
that's gonna make things 100% easier for counter picks.
Yes.
The fact that we'll still have the rock paper scissors type thing,
Yeah.
But for things like, after your first match is like, okay, we know exactly who's going to be picking what stage. Tell your opponent what you're striking, but at least the control is definitely in the other person's hands, which I think is...
there's no room for error.
Yeah, exactly.
Or less room for error.
Less room for error. So again, just another quality of life change that really helps us as TOs, as people who are running large scale events, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You really get the feeling they've been like paying attention to that stuff.
Yeah, which is great. That's fantastic. So there's like rotation, anyone like most of the stuff like in terms of like who's going to be picking stages and stuff. At the end of the day, it's going to be like rendered kind of mute just because we're going to have our standard rule set in when it comes to like counter picking and stuff. So regardless of whether the options are available or not, like you could still choose anyone and like still scroll in like no problem. But just the fact that it's like on the screen is like this is going to be who's going to be picking the next stage. Like it just makes things a lot easier in terms of like running events and in terms of like who's going to be picking what. There's no more question whether like, oh, am I picking the stage? Is this guy picking the stage? Like what's happening here? So that's why that's a huge quality of life change for all of us.
Yeah. After that, Sakurai, he talked about the sudden death mode, but he's already like talking about that. He didn't add anything new to it. It's sudden death still.
It zooms in.
Yeah, it zooms in. The big thing, which as I understand has become a rather hot topic among competitive Smash, is the introduction of a Final Smash meter, a toggleable Final Smash meter. So rather than a random item that comes in whenever it feels like, you now have every fighter would instead have a gauge that builds up over the fight, whether you're taking or receiving damage, and when that gauge is full, that allows you to do a less powerful Final Smash.
Yeah, so in terms of having a discussion with the Final Smash meter, like it's actually like it's cool. It's a cool idea. I don't think we'll be seeing any like major rule set changes in terms of accommodating for a Final Smash meter. That being said, the one beautiful thing about having all of these options is that we will get side events for days with this game. So
yeah,
we probably won't have this as like the main meta, but definitely as a side event, having a Final Smash meter, that would be incredible. That pretty much brings us closer to like Street Fighter level type matches, right? Like,
sure, yeah.
But the only problem is that like a lot of these Final Smashes aren't created equal, right? So you can't have Mario's Final Smash, which is god awful, next to something like DDD's new Final Smash, which is a one-hit kill, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of the weird thing. So they were like, oh, it's a less powerful Final Smash, and they showed that off with Mario's Final Smash doing like tiny damage, but then they followed that up immediately with Marth's Final Smash, which was absolutely still just a one-hit KO.
Yeah.
So like,
it
less powerful in one way.
Knocks out Lucas. It like knocks out Lucas at 20%.
Yeah.
But the prospect of like holding shield and reacting to something like that with like a Final Smash, like that is so Street Fighter-esque that I hope that becomes a side event thing. How hype would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to play in the event that is stamina and Final Smash meters.
That'd be so sick.
Stamina, Final Smash meters, 2 Ryus.
That would be great.
Ryozaku Castle.
But yeah, I can perfectly understand why like major scenes wouldn't want to implement the Final Smash meter, because like a lot of Final Smashes are still very much just, oh, if this hits you, you're done. Even if it's something that just the introduction of it being a meter rather than an item just becomes like, oh, this is now something that you and your opponent are aware of at all times, so it's something that you can kind of anticipate, but there's still only so much that you can do to prevent like just one-hit KO unless they just miss.
Yeah. But I wonder if it like goes away after a bit, like Cloud's
that
Limit.
would suck.
Yeah, that would really.
I hope that's not the case. If that's if for the chargeable Final Smash at least. So after the rule set, Sakurai started talking about some new battle modes, new and I guess kind of returning. He started immediately with a mode called Squad Strike. To any Project M fans in the audience, it looks at least very similar to the All-Star Versus mode, where it's you can do either 3v3 or 5v5, and it's basically just one character per stock. So it's just after one character gets knocked out, next one comes in, and you go until either you win or your opponent wins. And it's labeled as like, you know, you can do this with like multiple people in like maybe like a big like group setting, or you can just do like 1v1 if you just want to play as a bunch of different characters without having to go back to the character menu. So I think that's a very good addition.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that. Like, it was one of the last things they added to Project M, I think. And then next game, hey, we really like that, so we're putting it in.
Next mode after that, this is a returning mode, tourney mode. It makes a tournament bracket. It's got Mario looking real serious.
Yeah,
so good.
That's the thing. I've said before, I don't like Angry Mario and Smash. I wish you'd lighten up a little bit, but
I like when they lean in on
it's
it.
Good.
I think my favorite part is that he's just like, he's got his eyes closed, and I think as soon as you select something, his eyes open with like, I'm just like, whoa, dude.
Like, I'm fucking ready. Let's go.
We'll fucking fight.
I'm gonna kill someone. It's a me. Let's go.
It's a me. We're gonna fucking fight right now, idiot.
I have the Satsui no Hado.
A new mode called Smashdown, which is really cool. You start with the full roster of characters, and then after a match, the characters that you played as in that match are disabled, so you can no longer select them. So it's kind of like drafts and bans in, I guess you would, in like a MOBA setting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a really neat option. I have to wonder how long that goes on for, considering how many characters are going to get added to this game.
Yeah,
it should.
Can we count that as Battle Royale? Just mark that off on my bingo.
No,
well,
you gotta.
I think
you gotta wait until Sakurai says the words Battle Royale.
I will not.
Wait until we have 100 characters.
Yeah. Well,
which is looking more likely.
So that actually reminds me, because like one thing that we have in the competitive scene is something called the Iron Man. Are you guys aware of what an Iron Man is?
Yeah.
So
I'm vaguely,
a little bit.
So I think if you could give us an explanation.
So basically, an Iron Man is that you basically take every single character, like you gather up all your stocks, and then you use pretty much every single character or a set amount of characters that you choose for each stock. So similar to like the 3v3 or the 5v5 elimination. That being said, we've had Iron Mans where it's like everybody uses every single character, and then whoever loses all their stocks, that's it. What the fuck is an Iron Man gonna look like with this fucking game with 100 billion characters in it?
Oh man, it's gonna
10 hours.
10 hours to complete an Iron Man.
If it's just 1v1, that's gonna take fucking forever.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm in. They showed off the training mode.
Thank God.
Yeah, this
finally
this looks great. We've got the biggest implementation that they have taken inspiration from fighting games. The grid. The grid comes to Smash Brothers.
It's gonna.
It's like a flat looking grid based stage. It has numbers and whatnot to measure distance. So I guess that will be much better to accurately measure like character speed and whatnot.
It's gonna be so good for information gathering, dude. It's gonna be so
absolutely.
good.
It's gonna be really good when they do updates to this game and they don't give the patch notes.
Oh yeah.
So people are just gonna have to go in and figure this shit out all by themselves again.
They can't not do that. Like, not when everybody else in that company.
And not when
it.
there are gonna be over 70 characters and 100 stages.
Like, ARMS is doing it.
We tweak
ARMS does it.
Please check the website for more information.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing to come from the trading mode, however, is fucking launch trajectory information being displayed on the screen.
So good, dude. I will.
It's not quite DI.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So a lot of people on the internet have been like, "Oh, dude, they actually display DI." It's like, no, this is something that represents a launch trajectory depending on the percentage. That being said, once this game gets hacked, that's gonna be so fucking easy to implement. Just like
you
put in a line for DI, bada bing, bada boom, easy clap.
Yeah, but that's the launch trajectory being displayed is still, and especially at different percentages, that's going to be really good for people that want to practice combos.
Oh, the project M for this game is going to be so fucking buck wild.
Smash Paperclip is going to look so good.
Yeah. Wait until we get into the assist trophies. Just wait.
So just the fact, like, this was the one thing that I knew that Nintendo was actually finally, like, listening to the competitive community. The one thing it was like, this is the new training mode in which you get a grid, you get the launch trajectory, you get other things. I think, what is it? There's also things displaying, like, hitboxes and stuff, right? If I recall.
I didn't see anything about hitboxes, but who knows at this point?
Who knows at this point? It could happen, right?
Yeah.
But, like, that's definitely one thing that was like, they're listening to us now. They're actually like taking a look at all these tournaments that we've been running for years and years and years, and are listening to the people about what they actually want in the game. So that is incredible.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
And can I say one thing? I don't think I've seen anyone else mention that seemed really cool about it. So, like, it starts showing the two characters on a, like, Final Destination type platform.
Yeah. I know what you're going to talk about. Go ahead.
When one of them knocks the other to it, they go to a battlefield thing that's right next to it.
Yeah, so you can, like, it's like you just, like, practice on different types of stages. That's good.
It's good.
It's all good, folks.
Thanks, Sakurai. You did it good this time.
You did a good one.
It's ultimate.
This is pretty ultimate, if I may say so myself.
Especially
last mode that they talked about is classic mode. Classic mode's coming back. It's not like Smash 4's classic mode. It's just straightforward, not bare bones, but like it is what it is. It's classic mode. You've got stages you progress through. You know, different fighters that you're going against. It's back.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Did you catch that? Every single classic mode is actually themed to the character you choose.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, because
he said that.
Yeah.
Too.
I did not catch that.
Okay.
But so thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I love it.
Yeah. I haven't gone back to check, but I think some of them might also be a bit different length. Like, you know, you fight different fighters.
Maybe there's like that might be difficulty related.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. They haven't shown if like they have intensity again.
I have to imagine that's the case. So then I guess probably the biggest things that they started going over, and this is this was the road of deconfirming. Talked about some new items, Pokemon, and assist trophies.
All right, so let's.
Now, let me just say before this, it's an honor to be mentioned. It's an honor to appear.
Yeah. Let's.
Of course.
Let's swing through these.
Yeah. So Banana Gun. We'll just go really quick through the items in Pokemon. Banana Gun, I think, was shown previously. It looks like a banana. Fires one powerful bullet, and then it just becomes a banana peel. Killing Edge, they just put a Fire Emblem sword in this game as an item.
Katana. It's just a fucking
sword. You hit someone.
Is that actually where it's from?
That's a Fire Emblem weapon.
Okay.
You hit someone with it, and then the more people you hit with it, it does more damage. So it's just it's the Headlander from TF2. You got the Bomber from Kirby. It's kind of like the special flag from Smash 4, where you hold it up for a certain amount of time, except it blows up.
This one blows up.
This one blows up. You've got Death Scythe. We should have mentioned this before. As far as speaking of Castlevania representation, they also got an item in the form of just Death's Scythe. You could just wheel that around.
Yeah.
The imagery of Ness holding that scythe is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You got it kills. I have to imagine it kills at probably like over 100%.
Probably.
You've got the staff from Kid Icarus, showcasing Yoshi with the fucking strap on him.
Clack clack.
It's just Safari now.
Damage based on how far you are from your opponent. They got the Ramblin' Evil Mushroom from Earthbound.
So good.
They showed this in, I want to say, Snake's page on the website, but we didn't know if it was like an item or an assist trophy or what. But it's an item. If you hit your opponent with it, you reverse their controls. That's real neat. You've got the Rage Blaster, which deals damage depending on how high your percent is. So if you have higher percent, aka more rage, you do more damage. And that was the last item, and then they moved immediately into Pokemon, starting it off with Alolan Executor, which again, smartest podcast called that shit.
We called it.
Alolan Executor, as he should be, is massive. Literally just functions as a wall in the middle of the stage.
The big fucking obstacle.
You cannot, like, you could probably get over it if you can like wall jump and like up B.
Be excited for videos to come out that say who can make it over Alolan.
Yeah, exactly. That's the new one.
While doing the Fortnite dance.
After that, we've got Abra, who goes around and teleports players. That's gonna be real annoying.
I like it. I like that.
It's fun, yeah.
Sometimes it's nowhere. Sometimes it's into a black hole. They showed off Solgaleo and Lunala already, legendaries from Sun and Moon. They showed off Mimikyu as a Pokemon, deconfirmed. We've got I'm happy he's there.
We got Pyukumuku showing up, doing a big old hit. Both they showed Alolan Vulpix already, but we've got both Alolan and Gen 1 Vulpix showing up. We've got Marsh. Yeah, it's cute. We got Marshadow.
Yeah.
And then we have Ditto.
Finally!
Thank God.
That was really cool.
They finally did it.
Ditto shows up and will imitate I'm assuming it's going to be a random fighter. They turn into that fighter, and they attack. They go around and do their thing.
For those who don't know, Ditto was supposed to be added into Super Smash Bros. Melee, but due to I believe just like they couldn't fit all that.
You couldn't do it,
in there. So I'm gonna be excited to play with 8 ice climbers, 9
Pokeballs.
Oh my God!
No,
my Switch.
Send your Switch into repair.
Oh God! Don't play that in portable mode. You're gonna burn your battery in like 10 minutes.
Go to you're on a plane and you're like, I can't wait to play my Switch. Immediately, 8 players smash ice climbers. Battery drains to fucking 2% after one match.
They have to land the fucking plane. And then the moment that broke everyone's heart immediately after, Zero from Mega Man X came out on screen, every reaction video I saw was like, and then it said assist trophies on the screen. I was like, ah!
One of the assist trophies heard around the world. We'll get to the other one soon.
Hey, you want to play Zero? Go play Marvel.
Yeah, you know what? Hey,
still waiting.
Yeah,
never left.
So we got assist trophies. We've got Zero from Mega Man X. They specifically say Zero parentheses Mega Man on the website. So whether or not that means that we're gonna get another kind of Zero later on, we'll see. They've showed off Knuckles already. They showed off Crystal already. Claptrap from Donkey Kong Country.
That's cool. They had a little Donkey Kong.
Yeah, a little Donkey Kong Country rep.
Yeah, he plays dubstep and everything.
We got Cap'n. He drives the bus around, going on a trip, drives you off the stage. Yeah.
Mario's real scared.
Yeah, Mario was just real like, hey,
what the?
What the me now?
We got Chef Kawasaki from Kirby. He shows up and and cooks. You're pretty much
Yeah.
Kirby's Brawl Final Smash.
That makes me really happy to see too as a Kirby fan.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Agreed.
We got Gray Fox coming back, Metal Gear Solid. He reflects projectiles and cuts you up real good with his sword. We got Nikki from Swap Note and Swap Doodle. Cool.
Yep. I will say I actually did really want a Swap Note stage to be like Picture Jet 3 or something, but
yeah,
I'll take this.
And then the next assist trophy that they showed after that, Shovel Knight.
The second assist trophy heard around the world.
We're around the world.
This man keeps being in games.
He's fucking everywhere. He's everywhere. Literally, like, that week was just nothing but announcements about Shovel Knight being in games. Yeah,
He's
said
in
they
Rivals
announced
of
him in
Aether.
Rivals of
Also,
Aether,
yeah.
and he looks good.
He looks so fun.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. This is a Smash Brothers podcast, so
That's a different
you can't talk
podcast.
about
I don't know.
you can't talk about games that aren't Smash Brothers, so thank you.
Oh shoot.
We'll cut that.
Followed that up immediately with the Moon from Majora's Mask as an assist trophy. Just comes in and just kills everyone. Like, that's it.
No.
Except for
It's
Shovel
weird
Knight.
that,
It does.
Except for Shovel.
Except for Shovel.
Just the moon.
He was okay.
We saw the moon.
Yeah.
You know. from-
Yeah.
from
I see the moon a lot
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I look outside.
Yeah. Well. Moon.
Yeah. Sometimes it looks real big, and that kind of freaks me out. But you know,
And this
if it
wasn't
was
this
that, I
wasn't a
would
new
want to hear more
assist
about it.
this wasn't a new assist trophy. However, in a video like immediately after, they showed Ashley. So Ashley's deconfirmed as well.
Deconfirmed, baby. Woo!
Here's the thing.
Uh,
I didn't even realize that there's still a demand for Ashley to be in the game. Like,
Yeah.
It sure fucking is.
oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. If you want to do a Warrior, well, no, we're not doing
Apple
that this week.
syrup,
We're not
come
doing that
on!
this week.
Break itself.
Sure.
Why not?
And so, Sakurai followed that up with another powerful special guest will make their appearance. And what a fucking powerful special guest that is. We got Rathalos from Monster Hunter as
Just straight up. Just straight the fuck up.
Big Red
I
Dragon.
just like I saw that they showed the stage, and every single like reaction video I saw was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. But me watching that video, I see that stage, I'm just like, that's fucking Ancestral Step! Are you kidding me? That's Monster Hunter! That's Monster Hunter, we got it! And then they show that
I wouldn't know that place anywhere.
they
I
show
cured
the
eggs through
tail.
that.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And they got Rathalos. It's great. Rathalos shows up not only as an assist trophy, but also as another boss character. And we're gonna get to the boss characters in a bit because we have some stuff that we could talk about with that. And then that brought us into our last segment, which was before we go. Sakurai was like, "Here, I'm gonna spoil you a little. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek at the main menu."
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby, that's a good looking main
That's
menu.
a good looking main menu. Finally, things make fucking sense.
It's I was kind of surprised because compared to Sakurai menus of in the past, this is very minimalistic in comparison. But that's a good thing, I think.
Yes.
I wonder how they're gonna fuck it up.
like
I wanna.
you gotta go into the music section to find the options.
Yeah. Like you click on fucking versus mode. And it's like, oh, dope. Delete all options. Cool. Click on that.
No, you know what they're gonna do? Okay, so this is a game you're gonna be able to move the right stick again. It's gonna be way too much.
Oh
Like,
my
they're gonna
god.
boost like the numbers way
Yeah.
too
They're gonna
much.
be in the fucking classic menu.
So the modes on the main screen were Smash, Games and More, which is what they did before, which is kind of where they threw the like classic mode, all-star mode, and all that kind of stuff. Vault, just immediately from the main menu, you can just go and look at your trophies and stuff. That's good. They got a tab for online, which they haven't talked about yet. I hope they will talk about that soon. And then there was a blurred out mode. There was a mosaic over the screen.
It's too hot.
Yeah, kids, you gotta get your parents' permission before you can watch this Nintendo Direct.
You got to be a $10 Patreon tier.
Yeah, Melee
And
was
so
rated
is
T for
this.
teen.
Or at least in the beginning it said rated pending to teen. So
Yeah, this is gonna be next step up.
We're gonna get fully nude Bayo if we get T. You'll just fucking.
I think
titties out.
I think in T rating you're allowed one fuck.
Bayonetta's gonna say it.
Yeah.
Bayonetta's gonna be naked and say fuck.
He's gonna be like,
Yeah.
hello, love. Fuck.
I don't know. Oh fuck.
Oh, fuck.
She's gonna get punched in the face and go, oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Get nerfed.
Um,
Fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
So
You
we
should have adopted.
got a blurred out mode. And Sakurai's like, a little cheeky. I was like, oh, we'll talk about that a little later. Of course, Smash fans were like, no, we're gonna talk about that right now. Bring it back. Roll it
Bring
back,
that one
roll it
No,
back.
we're not done.
No, hold on.
We'll talk about that mode in a moment. And then they showed off, it's like, oh, we got a dashboard on the side, shows you the time, probably show you your battery. That's how you get to the option. You can get to the options menu real easily from there. Thank God. That also had a blurred out mode on it. So I'm assuming that's just like real quick access that you could probably like access at any point, like in any menu screen.
Yeah.
That's the swap note mode where you submit your little pictures in.
Yeah. So they had like an email looking letter icon. And so everybody was wondering, I was like, oh, so like there are going to be notifications, I guess. It's like, what are they going to need notifications for? And so it's like probably for patches and like balance updates. If they end up doing DLC, that's where they're going to be like, hey, we uploaded some new DLC, check it out in the store. I want to say Game Explain was like, oh, this might also be like, I think in Smash 4, this is where you would send and receive stage builder stages. I was like, don't know if that's coming back,
yeah.
but
We'll see.
that's
It'll
certainly
probably be.
I guess an option.
Yeah.
I would love if they use that to do like a little bit of the thing I talked about a while back, like more community integration. Just like say, hey, there's a cool tournament going on.
That'd
You
be
should watch
great.
it at this URL.
Actually, that would be cool. You're just like, hey, you want to watch Evo? Here you go.
With the Twitch integration
Yeah.
that you brought up in your bingo board.
Yeah, of course.
Call
Yes.
it Nostradamus. Call it.
Yeah.
Dead or
I
Alive
don't want
5
to
had this.
make.
It's time to bring it
calls
in.
for other people's things.
Okay,
Just give us a hint.
that's fair.
Mixer.
Ooh.
We've been working very closely with Microsoft.
Yeah, they're
Why
working
support
with
Amazon?
Mixer
Hey,
integration.
that's
They
fine.
did?
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was it. That's all we got
Better
in
together.
the direct. It was real cool. A lot of wait. Oh shit!
Okay, not a fan of Mixer, I
Shit, what the
guess.
fuck? Is that an earthquake? What the fuck is that? No, of course, stupid. That wasn't all that we got.
Yeah, dumbass.
What are you, an idiot?
Fucking thought or what?
As Sakurai often does, saves the best for last. Remember when everybody was like, "Oh man, they announced Simon at the beginning. What a shame! It's a shame that got leaked." Shut the fuck up. We got
Shut the fuck up.
We got a
Shut the fuck up.
We got a cinematic trailer. Starts out heroes versus rivals. Mario and Bowser. Samus versus Ridley. Ocarina of Time Ganon versus Breath of the Wild Link protecting A Link Between Worlds Zelda.
Star Fox versus Star Wolf.
It's great. TV shuts off. Donkey Kong.
Yeah!
That's when everybody knew. That's when everyone was like, are they gonna fucking do it?
They did it.
Are they gonna do it?
Fuck.
King Rule.
Look at here!
Well, let me make it clear.
He looks so good.
I can't believe you can't see what we see here.
Oh, fucking finally.
He's here.
finally.
King K. Rool is in fucking Super Smash Brothers.
So many people on Discord change their avatars.
Reset Arrow. Let's K. Roolify our avatars.
I want to personally thank and give one big IOU to whoever's working at Nintendo that told Sakurai to play a Donkey Kong game.
So that's
I just want to
so
thank
that's
them.
the funny part. that's the funny thing. We were like, for so long, we have constantly been saying Sakurai doesn't know what he's doing with Donkey Kong, because it's like, Donkey Kong doesn't do Donkey Kong things. He swings his arms around and he like
makes non-ape noises.
He smacks the ground a bit. It was like he had the bongos for 2 games, but now that's gone. He's got Jungle Beat. That's good. That's representation.
Yeah.
He's definitely been like doing a better job at kind of bridging that gap and getting more Donkey Kong representation in Donkey Kong. But then fucking King K. Rool comes around. He's got the fucking blunderbuss from Donkey Kong Country 2. He's got the little hover pack from Donkey Kong Country 3. He throws his crown around. He's got that look. He's got a counter, which, by the way, I learned very recently. King K. Rool's stomach is actually armor. That's gold armor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
I thought he just painted it.
That's an armor plate.
Yeah, so he's got a fucking counter. He's got his boxing gloves from Donkey Kong 64. His final smash is blowing up DK Island.
I just wanna. Let me.
The Gangplank Galleon remix.
There's a lot of things that go into creating a character for Smash Bros. Where you have to really give a lot of respect to a character, a lot of respect to the entire franchise. I'm not gonna sit here and be like Donkey Kong's been shafted. We got great Donkey Kong Country Returns games. We got a remake for the Switch. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna sit here and jive on. I'm just going to say that the relationship between Nintendo and Rare has been rocky. We've had it at the beginning. We were like, Donkey Kong Country, these are great. Banjo-Kazooie, these are great. You're giving us all these great games. And then Star Fox Adventures, and then they departed. So Donkey Kong Country was sort of like this weird child of Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That sort of grew up and sort of, pushed aside because it was a British-made game. Miyamoto didn't really have a lot of say in it. Miyamoto was actually jealous of it for a while. So it felt like there was a lot of things with Donkey Kong Country that, we might not see a lot of representation like this ever again.
Yeah.
And when King K. Rool's shadow appeared.
Yeah.
I was like, this is it. We're gonna finally see it. And I was tricked. King Dedede came out, he laughed at my foot. That was the biggest Sakurai energy happened.
Yeah.
When we saw King K. Rool on the screen, and Dedede, who is voiced by Sakurai, points at the viewer and laughs at me. And then we see King K. Rool's 3D model. We see him yell. You hear and then like you see the game. It's like just pour. Like here it is. Here's all of that fucking representation. Of
it's an
Kong
orgy of references.
It's begging for.
Yeah.
It's just so respectful to the Donkey Kong's entire lineage. You get Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong Country, all 3 Donkey Kong Country games represented within one character.
And people are even arguing even some fucking Donkey Kong Land shit.
Yeah, it's out of this world how much here it is. All of that lineage. Here's our, if Banjo isn't in, this is our love letter.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really fucking good.
Seeing him made me realize not only is everyone here, anyone could be here.
You know what you do a good job with a character when you see the developers of the character are like, oh damn,
oh fuck,
wow,
oh shit,
or it's like
you're grabbing that one, huh?
Oh, we should have given him a better name.
It's like Greg Vales being like, I never pictured K. Rool running on all fours. I was like, that looks pretty cool actually.
There's so much fucking when you think of K. Rool and you think of they showed off all the villains. We never really get we never got characterization for King K. Rool.
Yeah,
he was always just sort of a pirate or a boxer, or just an evil madman.
He
just never get to see him move.
He likes to dress up.
And then they put him into motion. They gave him action. It's what's the biggest villain to Mario? Who's this high jumper, this real slow moving thing? Who's the perfect villain to Samus? This flying beast of a dragon that just blows fire and kills your parents. What do I think when I think of a villain 2? A gorilla who eats bananas? This wild ass, rich motherfucking crocodile shooting laser beams, running all over. It's perfect.
It's great.
Perfect.
Does he also want the bananas?
I mean,
Who
he
knows?
got real
He
pissed
just wants them.
when Villager took the bananas, so I think so.
I posted this
Yeah.
this in the Discord. The final shot of King K. Rool with the boxing glove,
That's
like having a clash with Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong in the sky with the ending of Gangplank Galleon playing, brought me to tears. I couldn't believe what I was
that's
seeing.
still like I've watched that. As we all have. I'm almost positive. I have watched that trailer multiple times since the direct, and every time it gets to that ending part, I am still just in my chair, just going like.
There's just there's so much energy to that trailer. Like, just everything about it is like, it's so bombastic. Like, it's so cartoony. Like, I don't
perfect.
I don't think I've ever seen a Smash trailer that was like non-serious, super cartoony like that. You know what I mean?
It's great because it's it's just from as soon as K. Rool is on screen, it's like, hey motherfucker, it's goddamn King K. Rool time. Play
the fucking pirate shanty. Get out the fucking the fucking blunderbuss.
Yeah.
We're flying around on jetpacks, running on all fours. Fuck it, it's a cartoon. Like,
Robbie, I know this is true for you. It's definitely true for me now. That last shot is my wallpaper. I'm not changing it until I'm not changing it until they one up it or the game comes out.
Make that my wallpaper as soon as possible.
It's fuck.
But yeah, King K. Rool is incredible, and that's the last thing that they showed in the direct. Actually, the last thing they showed in the direct was them updating the incredible Last Supper looking banner of just every character and putting in and filling in the empty spaces. It's like, oh, Simon is over here, Richter's over here, Crom's in the back with Robin, King K. Rool's over there, and that immediately made people. It's like, oh shit, I didn't know they were gonna fill in the empty spaces, and everybody's now just looking. It's like, could they put a character there? Could they put a character there? It's like.
But actually, they can do whatever they want because they're just moving people around.
They could wherever the fuck they want.
They could, really. They could.
Keep you guessing.
They could just erase it. It's like, oh, actually, there are no characters in Smash Ultimate.
My favorite speculation is, hey, look at Sonic the Hedgehog. He's kind of looking to the right, and nobody's kind of racing him. Anyone pick that up or?
Got.
But yeah, it was a perfect addition. They did him perfectly. King K. Rool is I got the same rush that I got with Ridley. They just did him perfectly.
Yeah.
There's nothing I could ask for. He just looks like he should, sounds like he should, moves like he should. He should have been in. I looked at this and I'm like, how was he not in earlier?
Yeah, really.
They did it. They did it right.
He's great.
Thank you. If this was the last character they announced, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I was even before this direct, I was like, oh, no more characters. That's fine.
Yeah, with Ridley, I was like, that's fine.
Even after Simon and Richter, I was like, oh, that's fine. Crom and Dark Samus, that's fine. King K. Rool, oh, that's fine.
Please stop. We're good.
Oh, you spoiled me.
I can't eat another bite.
No, have more.
So that's I think that's about it for discussion. And as you know, this is a 2-part podcast. Now it's time for some speculation.
Yeah. Do the theme song real quick.
The theme song for speculation is Who can it be now? 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 So of course the biggest speculation comes from the fact that they literally threw a mosaic mode in front of us.
They censored something.
Something, and it was like, we'll talk about this later. And like I said before, the rest of the internet was like, no, we're gonna talk about this right now.
We'll talk about it now.
People fucking Smash players are insane. Super Smash Brothers players fucking learned how to reverse engineer a mosaic image. just so they could get an early glimpse at a game mode,
and they did it.
So even before people were like, "Hey, you can kind of like see parts of the letters underneath the mosaic filter. Is this kind of looks like it says spirits? No one, we're not sure. But then like more and more people started looking at it, and more people started like messing with different ways of like, oh, if you like mess with the compression here and like up the contrast and whatnot, up the sharpness, you can get a better look at what's underneath. And yeah, people are just it's literally there is at this point no room for like error. It's spirits, like it's spirits mode.
Yeah,
they got the icon underneath it. It even the Japanese text it equals like katakana for spirits. It's spirits mode.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think Sakurai regrets that?
I don't think he thought people were gonna figure it out that fast. I don't think
how.
I think Sakurai was like, oh, we'll just give him a little tease. It'll be fine. That'll throw him a bone. That'll keep him guessing for until the next direct. And it was like the next day, yeah, Sakurai. They figured that out, that it's spirits mode, and I'm just like.
They figured that shit out.
You're so smart.
They know. God damn it. Yeah. So people are like, oh, what does spirits mode mean? And then, so we were kind of going back and forth before the podcast started. I was like, should we talk about Luigi immediately when talking about the Castlevania segment or no? So people who are watching the direct pointed out that because Luigi was the big focus of the Castlevania trailer. Like Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont only showed up in like the last minute of the trailer. But it's Luigi roaming Dracula's castle, and he's got a poltergust, as he often does. However, it's a new poltergust design. It's not the poltergust 3000 or 5000. It's a new design, and everyone took that, and their first reaction, which like is natural, is like, oh, that's a new design. Does that mean is that going to be like Luigi's Mansion 3? Is that going to be the new design?
Next Level has been doing something for Switch, and they haven't
that
shown
shit
it yet.
wasn't by accident.
That wasn't by accident.
Yeah, like, hey, do you remember, like, when Brawl came out, Wario had a completely new song for Victory, and nobody knew what it was until Shake It came out.
So my thought process was, after thinking about it, and after thinking about, the fact that there's this spirits mode, where it's like, I mean, Luigi, like, that's his thing. Luigi's Mansion, sucking up ghosts. And then you have Luigi sucking up ghosts, and then you have a mode called Spirits. Like...
And then he turns into
and then Luigi dies!
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah,
Nintendo wants you to know that Luigi's okay. No! Luigi, by the hands of Death himself, has his soul ripped from his body. He cannot rest in peace.
Like, it's been a bad year, but we didn't need this.
But yeah, like, so it's not only Luigi, but like, there's been a theme with characters dying in trailers for these characters.
See, this wouldn't happen in the year of Luigi, I'm just saying.
This wouldn't happen in the year. Everyone would be fine.
Everyone would be fine.
The first trailer for Ridley, you have Mario and Mega Man getting iced by Ridley.
We're saying all this now. I'm gonna be straight up. That can't be a coincidence.
Like that.
We're gonna see Spirits mode announced. It's gonna be Mario with no hat, Mega Man all fucked up, DDD with his fucking face slashed off, Luigi dead by the Grim Reaper, and they're all gonna like fly up into the sky and introduce Spirits mode.
Like that's
like that. Yeah. Like that's straight up what's gonna be.
Like like really.
Yeah.
So the fact that Luigi's got this new poltergust, and the fact that it's Spirits mode, that can't be coincidence. The fact that both trailers that we've seen, or like all three trailers that we've seen for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, all involve characters dying. I guess you could like, we can't be sure if DDD died or not. Like, he's certainly like knocked off stage.
His neck broke.
Sure, like you can,
Yeah.
like that's definitely possible. But like Mario, Mega Man, and Luigi, a lot more explicit.
Murdered. Yeah, murdered.
On screen. So I definitely think that none of that's coincidence. I think that's all very much related to the Spirits mode. And if this is anything like like a subspace emissary or an adventure mode, I'm very excited to see what we have in store for us.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Yeah,
Can I say right now what I think it's going to be? Because I feel like it's going to be Great Maze 2. I think it's going to be Great Maze 2, but all the stages are just like they're actually from the character worlds. They're not.
Yeah.
Oh, this plane or
this
sure. Weird factory.
All right. Check it out.
Go ahead.
Here's what's gonna happen. The spirits that be that control Master Hand and Crazy Hand have lost their power, and they must possess other characters through an adventure to get them to the end. This will all erupt at the end, wherein you get to play as Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
And there you go. There you go. Taboo kills Master Hand in the last trailer.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
Like so this will go hand in hand with what I was talking about before. You not only will you be able to possess other characters, but you'll also be able to possess a sister.
I mean, like, I personally don't believe that, but
no, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, remember who's Nostradamus here?
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing a lot of work for the assist trophies.
I mean, like,
so
they're
grab
half
them, they
fighters
can take hits, like they have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have.
Yeah.
They have moves. They could be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think it's gonna be. You'll be able to pick an
like,
assist trophy to be your
co-op
partner.
Kirby Superstar, like a helper. That'd be cute.
Yeah.
So that's just the God's honest truth. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Master Hand will have.
Apologize for that one.
A gun.
Yeah, you will Master Hand playable.
He will.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he does the gun.
No.
He's got finger
Smash
guns.
Bros, and we've got that like that schoolyard rumor for years and years. You can unlock Master Hand. It's gonna happen. End of spirits. Watch.
It's gonna happen. So they showed off 2 bosses in this game for this game. And they say and they're like, oh, bosses, and people were like, oh, boss characters. So they showed off the boss characters for the Dracula stage, which is like the Mummy, Frankenstein, Medusa, Kid Dracula, so on and so forth. But then you get to Dracula himself. And this is something that people didn't notice like the first time watching it. But after the second time watching it, you definitely notice that the stage that they show Dracula on, the fight with Dracula, that is not the Dracula Castle stage.
Also, there's only one person fighting Dracula.
Yeah, there's only one person fighting Dracula on screen at any point. So it's like it's very similar to the Dracula stage because obviously it's Dracula's castle, but it's walk off or it's not necessarily walk off, but there's no like ledge. And instead of Dracula's coffin, he instead has his throne in the center. So that's a different stage. But then also when they show off the footage of Rathalos and fighting Rathalos, the ancestral step looking stage is not listed on the stage list on the Smash website because they have like all the stages that they've currently announced on the Smash website, so people could look. Yeah, and you'll see that like it's not there. Regardless of whether it's Ancestral Step or if it's just called like Monster Hunter stage or something, there's nothing there. So that is a special. Those are special specific boss stages. And yeah.
Also, they were like very much saying,
it's like under
how
very
does
certain
Dracula show up? It's a mystery.
They phrase it.
Yeah, certain conditions like you go to main menu, move the cursor left, down, and press A.
So that's definitely people were thinking like, oh, is Spirits mode, it's going to have boss fights, so that's definitely a lot closer to Subspace Emissary than we've gotten in Smash 4. But then people were also wondering, it's like, these are very the places that you fight Dracula and Rathalos in are actually like derived from their games. Like in Subspace Emissary, the boss fights just took place like in the Subspace Emissary specific areas.
Yeah.
The only exception I could think of is like on the Halberd. But other than that, it was like, you fight Rayquaza in this like generic like grassy area overlooking a river and stuff like that, whereas you're fighting Dracula in his castle. You're fighting Rathalos like in its natural habitat. Which people are saying like, oh, that's a lot more like adventure mode from Melee, where it's like you were going through specific like stages from series and then fighting in specific stages from series.
Yeah.
I'm down for
so
it.
either way, they got something cooking.
They got something cooking, and I'm pretty excited.
I can't wait.
So if you think that's all the speculation we've got, you're wrong.
You forgot which podcast you're listening to,
yeah,
buddy.
you forgot you're listening to the smartest podcast out there. So we're gonna start off with the chair theory.
The chair theory.
The chair theory.
to the chair
Honestly,
theory.
the theories that have arisen from this direct are some of my favorites right now.
Yeah,
Well,
these,
because
the
they're
chair
like
theory.
These theories they're bangers, dude. They're super good.
they are off the wall. So the
Yeah,
chair. Go ahead.
I just think it's weird that they're believable. They're actually believable.
Yeah, it's like you look at this, I was like, oh, okay. So chair theory is, I don't know off the top of my head if this is something that people were conscious of prior to this direct and then took that information and was like, oh, hey, you know what? If you look at this, or if this is something that people went back and looked at. But either way, people have pointed out that, like, oh, hey, in the E3 direct for Smash Ultimate, where we got, like, the big character dump, the room that Sakurai was in, like, in the back, you could see, like rope vines and an oil drum like looking barrel. So that's very Donkey Kong looking. And then the next direct, they revealed K. Rool at the end. So that made everybody look at like, oh, what's in the room? what can we look at? What can we look at in the room? And so the things that people are pointing to are the fact that in the right, in the back and the right, there are two plastic chairs. There's a yellow chair and there's a purple chair. I forget in which order they appear. But then also on top of that, to the left of Sakurai, there's a green couch with an orange pillow. So going off of like that idea of things in the background being hints as to future reveals, people are taking like that color scheme of the furniture as like, oh, the yellow and purple look like Tattle and Tail from Majora's Mask. The green and orange, and even like the look of the pillow itself are very reminiscent of Skull Kid. And and the fact that we've seen the moon, we haven't seen Skull Kid.
Yeah.
he's in.
He's
in.
What did Skull Kid do in Smash 4?
I think he did like a bunch of different things. He could like he could flip the stage upside down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He can make characters invisible, I believe.
Let's find out.
I was watching some videos and stuff before. But yeah, that's chair theory. That's why people are thinking that Skull Kid will be one of the next characters that are revealed. And I said, these are like I like the discussion of like looking at what assist trophies haven't been revealed yet, because like that's definitely a place that they look now for fighters. We've got Little Mac. He was an assist fighter. We got Dark Samus, yeah. So it's like looking at what assist trophies haven't been shown yet, and saying like, oh, it's a possibility, that's for sure.
And
yeah.
I mean, so I feel like it would also make sense for assuming that they're doing these directs on a bi-monthly basis. Spooky October direct.
Yeah.
Get the Skull Kid in there, he'd fit.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see who he kills in that one.
Yeah.
Link.
So that was chair theory. Now we move on to what I have dubbed lounge theory. Lounge theory is a lot simpler than chair theory, but it's definitely a bit more out there. In the K. Rool reveal trailer, you'll note that it starts out with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong relaxing in their house. And Donkey Kong was watching TV. And he was laid back. He was laid back on the ground watching TV. Arm behind him, scratching his butt, legs crossed.
Yes, you do.
And people have pointed out Donkey Kong's pose. Not only the pose, but also the TV he's watching. Very similar to Karate Joe from Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
Like I said, this one's definitely on the scale of like believable. Definitely for me, like teetering in the middle.
He's in.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, he's in.
Yeah.
He's 100%.
Oh, okay.
Only because there isn't the backup of Rhythm Heaven representation, because there fucking is none. So who knows? I would love Rhythm Heaven representation. Even if it's just more music. Because like a monkey watching Bluebirds, are you joking? Yeah, Karate Joe in. I'm making that call also.
Could be real.
In.
Last theory from me, I am dubbing the Rathalos theory, is that if you look on the Smash Brothers website under the assist trophies tab in the item section, they have a little page and like 2 pictures for Rathalos, and people have noticed that in one of the pictures for Rathalos, it's got a Rathalos assist trophy in the Coliseum stage, and I want to say it's facing Link, Marth, and another character that I can't remember off the top of my head. And people notice that, like, hey, the angle of this picture and like the poses of the fighters and whatnot is very reminiscent of like the Golden Sun battle screen. Like the characters are their backs are facing the camera and they're looking at the enemy in front of them. And Isaac, an assist trophy in Brawl, has not appeared in Smash 4. Who knows?
He won't be in.
Okay.
I'm saying 50-50.
I mean, it's possible. Golden Sun doesn't have much representation otherwise.
Yeah, going from an assist trophy to none isn't great. So that's what I got. Those are the theories that I have brought to the table for discussion.
Now, there was one thing that I added to the document really late on.
Yeah.
Because I nearly forgot about it. I believe when Sakurai scrolled through the rules menu,
okay,
there was something that looked reminiscent to a rage toggle. Now, if you don't know what rage is, basically in Smash 4, they added a new mechanic where a character gets stronger, the more percentage it takes. It's something that has been kind of controversial in the competitive scene. A lot of people have vied against it because it creates sort of a weird imbalance with some characters, and it's a lot of jankiness in terms of how people win certain matches. So with the introduction of a rage toggle, that all that stuff could be rendered moot. It's something that I think a lot of people would love, but we don't know if it's actually a thing. I believe it's actually like in the menu as something like completely weird. Like, what was the like name for it? I can't remember.
I think it's like handy. Because I remember I just read something today about how it's translated in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about, is it like in the special Smash menu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Handicap boost?
It's like, here. No, it's called custom balance. So the icon looks pretty much 1-to-1 to a rage icon in Smash 4. So
Interesting. I didn't know Rage had like an icon.
yeah,
It's like a flame.
It's like a dude lying on the ground in flames.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is kind of weird, but sure.
Yeah, because like when you have rage in Smash 4, your guy has like steam and smoke coming off.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
So
yeah, I definitely noticed that like in the HUD for Smash Ultimate.
So actually, I found a screenshot of it right there. So the fact that it's called custom balance and not something that's called like handicap or whatever people are saying, like, what does that mean? I don't know. It could be a rage toggle. It could be anything. I'm really interested to know what that particular thing is. And the fact that it's like, it's in rule settings. It's right underneath stage hazards, team attack, launch rate. Like, that's in there. Mm-hmm. So if we could turn off rage, I think we're Gucci, friends. I think we're good to go.
I think we're gonna turn off rage. I think
that'll happen. That's definitely a game changer.
That's surprising to me because Rage was definitely something like it was something that I certainly don't remember them ever talking about as a thing in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sort of showed.
It just showed up.
It's kind of been like a Bandai Namco staple with most of the games. Like Tekken has it, Pokken has it. Like a lot of the Bandai Namco games just have that mechanic. They'll just slip it in.
And I feel like a lot of people's kind of like I definitely noticed like some competitive Smashes that I watched like reaction videos of was like people like seeing the Rage Blaster item and seeing like that's actually just them mentioning Rage.
Yeah.
So it's like, the higher damage you take, the more damage you do from the item.
So I just found another screenshot that has the damage handicap option in there. So it's not a handicap. So what is it? Sakurai?
Oh god, wait, what is that? Is damage a handicap? Yeah, so damage handicap, what is it? Just like you do more or less damage general?
I think it's like you just get like extra percentage or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's been in the other games. Like you start with 10, 20.
Okay, interesting.
So
we want answers.
We want answers, Sakurai. What are you trying to tell us, dude?
Anything can happen.
Anything.
We're guessing everything ourselves.
Anything can happen on Halloween.
You know what's funny? We'll get them in like 4 months.
Yeah, God, that game's gonna be fucking out, my dudes.
It's out soon,
dude.
4 months. God, less than 4 months, technically. The 7th.
How wild is it that like this game was like announced this year?
It was announced this year.
It was announced this year. Like usually we have like a hype cycle that comes with it. Like every Smash game has a hype cycle. Every Smash game will have like a delay or a hype cycle or just like a huge amount of time in between the announcement. It's like, no, you're getting this year.
Yeah. How do you all feel about that? Because like they've obviously been working on this game. It's not just Smash 4 HD.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff from it. But
yeah, there was a lot of time put into this game behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting to me. Like kind of just going from like that very hush behind closed doors, like only like small bits of information going out and some of that information not being correct. It was like as to what Smash Ultimate would be as far as like, it's just a port. It's just Smash 4 with some new characters. But no, it's just like this like whole big like rebalancing all of this stuff. Like it's crazy just to go from that like nothing and then suddenly like over the course of until this game is coming out within like a span of a year, just this almost like utter transparency of like here's modes, here's rules, here's stage select. We're gonna show you every character before this game comes out.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
It's so weird, and I'm so into it.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice change of pace.
It does not happen often. I think Bethesda does it more often than others, but it's nice to have a short cycle from announcement to release.
Yeah, like I think if they pulled a similar situation with, or end up in a similar situation with other Smash games where it's like they announce it and then it's like it ends up being like 2 years from when the game comes out, it's like, oof, I don't know.
Yeah,
times have changed.
for sure.
We don't have that kind of time anymore.
Listen, we're growing up. We're all adults here. I'm not a teen. I just can't sit around and play Smash Bros all day.
I can't stay up until Japan time waiting to see, we added some bullshit to this thing, some weird item.
I don't wake up and the first thing I do when I wake up is open up my 3DS and go and check Miiverse for Smash 4 updates.
Yeah, I don't go and see, it's not Sonic, and then go see the other fake Smash Dojo say I saw Nick. That was a good bit.
Man.
I missed that site.
All right.
Anyway,
times are changing. Yeah. So I think anybody have any closing thoughts? Any final words?
Thank you for K. Rool. Thank you
for K. Rool. Thank you for Simon Belmont, Richter, Crom,
Dark
Samus.
It was a good.
Thank you for listening to the competitive scene. Thank you. Okay, let me tell you one last closing thought.
Go ahead.
As a person who has been in the scene as a TO behind the scenes, one thing that has irritated me more than anything is the Wii U. Fine games, fine system, except that the system actually sucks. So the gamepad is the worst.
Yeah.
The fact that Nintendo brought out this beautiful device called the GameCube adapter only works for one game, not in any menu, not in anything else, just for Smash 4. So the fact that we have a GameCube adapter that works perfectly on the Switch from the get-go, every single menu, you could do that no problem. I'm really looking forward to actually getting a bunch of Switches, getting the game up and running in less than an hour. It's going to be fantastic. And the fact that they're listening to us finally brings a smile to my face. And that's how I'm going to end it off. Fuck the Wii U.
Bold take. Extremely bold take.
Last thing I want to say to Masahiro Sakurai is thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Last thing I want to say, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Mar, for coming on this podcast.
This is great. It was fun.
I hope we can have you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Just hit me up anytime.
All
right. So that's gonna do it for this episode of the DownAir podcast. As always, you can find us at DownAir Podcast on Twitter. If you want to send us an email, you can send us an email at downairpodcast@gmail.com. Mar, where can people find you?
So people can find me at twitter.com/yourfriendmar. And also I've been streaming a lot, so twitch.tv/yourfriendmar as well. Yeah,
check him out. Go to his streams.
Yeah, every time I watch his VR chat streams, I just think, God, I need to get an Oculus Rift. Like
one of my boys getting on VR chat though. One of my boys getting on.
I
really want
to. I remember when people were like, "Oh yeah, you can just play VR chat. You don't need a VR headset." And I was like, I don't know. Like when I experience that game, I want to experience that game in VR. But I'll be perfectly honest when I say that your streams are tempting me to just download VR chat regardless.
Just go in. Just do it.
Just go ahead. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Oh wait. I got the Fuck Wii U theme song. All right, check it out.
All right. We're gonna listen to that. All right. Shut this operation down. Fuck this. Through thick and thin, we'll always be friends.